What is up, y'all? Jiri here, back with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy. And man, I was really excited to start this stream. And literally 1 minute ago, right when I started, I see a notification on my phone that Rondale Moore just passed away. Like, it kind of bummed me out a bit. That's real sad, man. He's 25 years old. That's younger than me. So, before we even get started, man, like, rest in peace, Rondale Moore. Hopefully we can turn this mood around in the live stream. But yeah, fuck man. That sucks. They didn't release any details, but regardless, man, check in on your friends, check in on your strong friends, and rest in peace to Rondale Moore. Yeah, that literally just broke like a minute ago. So hopefully we can turn this mood around, get in a draft. It's what Rondale Moore would have wanted. Round 18 legend. But yeah, we'll get going now. So about to hop into a draft, the big board. Anyone wants to join, feel free. We got 5 more spots available. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday evening. And yeah, look forward to getting in a draft. Still got 5 more. So hey, anyone wants to join? Now's the time. Man, sorry guys. I had like stuff planned for what I wanted to say at the beginning, and that kind of just threw me off a bit. But I think we'll get back into a groove and get on a little bit of a roll. I guess one noteworthy thing, if anyone was in my stream yesterday or watched the replay, I did have a bit of some lagging issues. And so on my way home from work today, I picked up an Ethernet cord so I can hardwire my Wi-Fi to my computer. Hopefully that makes it a little more smooth. I'm still going to reach out to my internet provider, get a little speed upgrade as well, and then hopefully we won't run into that issue again. Someone said it could have been a RAM issue too, which I'm technologically stupid, so I don't even know what RAM is. But hopefully the hardwire connection does help a little bit. And we have this draft officially full. Oh, pick 2. You guys know what's going on. If you know, you know. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you know, you know. Any names I recognize in here? Brooklyn Bum in here once again. Dude, I feel so bad. Like the first time I saw this guy in my draft, I just shit on him for taking Tyreek Hill at pick 135. I personally haven't been able to click Tyreek Hill yet, but hey, we're all about love, positivity, and joy over here. But talking shit is fun too. It's part of the game as well. No other names that stand out too much right now. Omopaya sounds like omoplata, but yeah, welcome everyone, and we'll get this draft going. You guys already know who I'm gonna pick. If you know, you know. And guess what? I came prepared. I don't even have to do the run this time. I don't even have to do it. I got it ahead of time. I manifested this shit. We got Gibbs jersey. It's going on. You know the deal. We were ready for this one. We were ready for this one. That's what's up. We're drafting this one in honor of Rondale Moore. Shout out. Okay, let's get locked into the draft. Thank you all for joining me on a Saturday night. Love it. I pretty much like just got home too and got some food in me. Worked like a 12-hour shift today, but still want to get this draft in. Might be my only draft tonight. May do a second depending on how this one goes, but we'll see. We'll see. Pretty standard first round so far. Nothing really standing out. James Cook at 8 is interesting. Sipping on some water tonight. All right. Oh, one thing that's funny, if if you saw my last stream yesterday, I titled it Trevor Lawrence drafts a best ball stream. And this guy I saw today literally left a comment saying, "Is this the real Trevor Lawrence or is this a fan account?" Like, no way, bro. Like, it's all jokes, but no way someone's actually even on the fence of if I'm Trevor Lawrence or not. That is hilarious. It gave me a good laugh for sure. And I commented back saying, "Yes, this is the real Trevor Lawrence. Please don't tell Roger Goodell, cuz I'm not trying to get suspended, you know? I'm not trying to be the next Calvin Ridley." Okay. Anyways, pretty standard first round so far. Reaching up for neighbors with HN to get a little different in the 12 hole. I feel like the 12 spot, man, like if you're drafting pick 12, then you're just it's just asking you to reach up for someone and get different. That's what it feels like every year. Because taking the guys just at the top of ADP never really feels that great. At least to me, anyways. Let's see. Who would we like to fall back to us? Any of these top three might feel pretty nice. Derrick Henry's not my favorite, but someone I'm still mixing in for sure. I would like Chase Brown. And no luck. So, man, this gets a little tough. You know what? I'm gonna do something a little different. I've kind of thought about doing something like this before, and I feel like it right now. So I'm gonna do this and see how it turns out. Let's just give it a shot. Now, which one of these three receivers should I get? T-Mac, T. Higgins, or Lad? I'm going to go with Lad on this team. The reason I'm doing this is because A.J. Brown and Lad McConkey never fall back to pick 47-50. And I might be the only team with Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, Lad McConkey. So we are getting immediately unique. And let's be real. Like, A.J. Brown, Lad McConkey, they have a very similar range of outcomes to George Pickens, Chris Olave, Nico Collins. Like, all these guys are in a pretty similar tier. The market has just decided that George Pickens, Chris Olave, and Nico Collins are 1-2 turn guys, or sorry, 2-3 turn guys. And like A.J. Brown, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, T-Mac, J-Mo are like back of the third, early fourth. So we're flipping the board. Jahmyr Gibbs never falls to the back end of the draft. These guys never fall to the 4-5 turn. So let's try this and see how it goes. Now, I would have considered taking T. Higgins instead of Lad McConkey. However, I don't think Joe Burrow is going to fall back to us in round 6. So I didn't want to take Jamar Chase. And maybe I could have even drafted T-Mac instead of A.J. Brown because not certain that Jalen Hurts is going to fall back to us in the 6th either, depending on who takes Devonta Smith and if they need a quarterback or not. But this is something I've thought about doing, and yeah, it feels fun. So we'll see how it turns out for us for sure. But I've said it many times. In a contest with 558 teams, I think it's 558. Let's see. Yeah, 558 teams in the finals. That's who you're competing against. That's a lot of teams. And if I'm one of the only one teams that have Gibbs, Lad, and AJ Brown, then that gives me a very strong edge against the competition and a clear path to victory, regardless of the amount of people in the contest. So, not something I'm going to do every draft, but when it feels right, why not? Good to mix some stuff in like this. Get some game theory going. This is a pretty nice start here at pick 11. Pick 11, not my favorite, but you're starting Gene T. Hampton, T. Higgins, Kyron. T. Higgins doesn't always fall here. Kyron doesn't always fall to the fourth. Three strong running backs, even though Kyron isn't my favorite. I like that start. You guys know I would have picked JMO. This is a really nice start, too. James Cook, Drake London, Tedero McMillan, and Jameson Williams. Also a very nice team. And hey, anyone in here, jump on in the chat. Say what's up. Brooklyn Bum going with the 0 wide receiver build. Interesting. Cam Scatterbo, still someone I can't really get there on. Can't get there on Cam Scatterbo yet. Not this early in the offseason, not with all his injuries and stuff. Just not my favorite click. Okay, let's take a look here. Now, I'm just going to draft someone who's going to go up in boards, who I don't have a lot of, and that's Javonte Williams. Signed a 3-year deal earlier today with Dallas. $24 million total, 16 guaranteed. Pretty much locking him in for at least the next 2 years. And I feel like he's going to go up in drafts, so we'll get him now. And I want to mix in one of these rookies. And, man, I want some more Carnell Tate exposure, but the lemon. I like the lemon. I like me some lemon. We are not afraid to get sour over here. Very unique start, too, because Javonte Williams usually going in the 5th. So, yeah, we reached for a lot of guys on this team, but I think we drafted guys in similar tiers. So, that's a way that I like to get different and feels pretty good to me. Would be curious to hear what other people think of this strategy or if they've done anything similar and the players they've done that with. We got a team going 4 running backs already with Devonta Smith as their only receiver. So maybe they do pass on Hurts right here. Brooklyn Bum with Carnell Tate as his wide receiver 1. Very interesting. Can definitely pay off. If he smashes, if he hits. Interesting draft so far. I do like this team, though. Very different. Not a team that I've drafted before. And I'm very curious to know where Javonte Williams is going to end up going after this news. He's definitely going to rise because, man, last year he was good. And he was a pick who I liked quite a lot in like the mid rounds where he was going, but kind of just ended up getting talked out of, which was a little unfortunate because I was pretty big on Javonte Williams and probably only finished with like 10% or something when my gut was saying get more, but I was talked out of it. Trust that gut. Okay, Jaden Daniels goes at the turn here. Really hoping that our boy SC Trojan passes on Jalen Hurts. And yeah, T. Higgins drafter gets Joe Burrow. Makes sense. Great value. This like round 6 for quarterbacks just feels pretty nice. I still don't know if I've drafted Drake May a single time. I just think he's going to keep falling because more and more often I'm seeing him fall to like end of round 6, early round 7. So, okay, this is the guy who we don't want to take Jalen Hurts. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Am I lagging or are you lagging? Okay, he took Drake May. Nice. Brooklyn Bum goes DK Metcalf. So now hammering the wide receivers makes sense. Kind of expect you to do that from now on to get caught up. These two guys both have quarterbacks as well. And you take Patrick Mahomes. I was just going to say there's no way he takes another quarterback, but this is exactly what you don't want to do. First of all, you reach. No one was going to take him before pick 77. Like, Rashee Rice hasn't even gone in this range yet. Rashee Rice went at 33. Okay. I don't know if this guy, Brain Trust, just wanted to fuck me or just wanted Jalen Hurts, but that sucks. Jalen Hurts would have felt nice there. Backup plan. Always have a backup plan. Backup plan works. So we'll take Justin Herbert. Another reason why I took Lad McConkey is literally because if Jalen Hurts got taken, then I still have a quarterback available in this range that I'm more than happy taking. And Marvin Harrison at pick 71 feels pretty nice too. Someone who can just get a year 3 breakout. Like, we used to always expect wide receivers to break out in in their third year. But in recent times, they've just been like hitting as rookies or in their second year. And we've kind of just gotten around to writing these guys off when they're still extremely young, still on their rookie deal, still developing. And I'm kind of just hoping Marvin Harrison doesn't have a case of the yips and loses all his confidence. Because if that's the case, then he's going to zero pretty quick. But someone who I want to take a chance on. I like to, I've talked a lot about players who I drafted that did really well in recent years. However, like everyone, I had misses too. And last year, one of my biggest misses was Arizona. I was pretty high on Marvin Harrison. I thought he was going to break out in his second year. And I was pretty high on Kyler Murray. I thought another year removed from the ACL, he was talking like he was going to run more and better weapons on offense. I thought he was going to step up and be a good value, create spike weeks. But shoot, I was wrong on that one. I was wrong. I think I had maybe like 20% Kyler Murray, which was a big miss for me, probably my biggest miss. And probably had like 15% Marvin Harrison, which isn't too much, but about double exposure. And that was a pretty big miss for me as well. Trey McBride, though, did smash. So we like that. Although this year, I actually like Brock Bowers straight up more than Trey McBride and would not be surprised whatsoever if Brock Bowers outscored Trey McBride. That's just me, because both are great tight ends on absolutely terrible offenses. But I think if Brock Bowers stays healthy, I think he's going to smash. And Trey McBride had a very outlier year as far as touchdowns go. We don't know who their quarterback's going to be. New offensive coordinator, new head coach. A lot of question marks. I mean, you can say the same things for Vegas too, actually, but maybe it's just the fact that we know who the quarterback is going to be for Vegas. We'll see, though. When Trey McBride was also going off, that's when Marvin Harrison was injured, kind of their only target. He did ball out throughout the year too, but I don't know. My gut says Brock Bowers over McBride this year. Probably different in full PPR though, but half PPR, that's just where I'm at. Okay. Harold fans starting to fall too, I feel like, which I'm happy about because I want more Harold fan in, but I just have a hard time clicking him around 7 with other guys going around him. And tight ends like Tucker Kraft, Kyle Pitts, and Sam Laporta available in the next round. Speaking of Sam Laporta, you already know. You already know we want Sam Laporta. Okay. Let's take a look at who's available. Oh, shoot. Our guy is here. I don't know if I can pass on him. I don't think I can. Like, I don't want to reach up for Gadsden just for stacks. So, man, I'm just gonna keep taking Sam Laporta. Never be mad at that as a Lions fan. And with our next pick, I'm just gonna get another quarterback. I'm gonna take Jared Goff pretty easily. We have Gibbs, we have Laporta. I definitely want another quarterback. Jalen Hurts is gone. We don't know who Mekhi Lemon's quarterback's going to be. We don't know who Marvin Harrison's quarterback's going to be. So we're going to get that guaranteed stack. And I like how this team's turning out. It's very different, but I like how it looks. Jahmyr Gibbs and Javonte Williams holding it down at running back. We reached up for A.J. Brown and reached up for Lad McConkey to get a very unique combination right here, who I haven't seen anyone else do this yet. And I think these guys are in a pretty similar tier to Pickens, Olave, Nico, and they're just going on the other side of the board. Gibbs never falls back here, and AJ Brown, Lad McConkey, they never fall to the 4-5 turn. So getting unique, and they have elite ceilings as well. We missed out on Jalen Hurts, but got our backup plan in Justin Herbert, Jared Goff to stack up with Gibbs and Laporta. Mekhi Lemon, who, man, I said in PPR Tyler stream that Jalen McMillan was my guy, but dude, I think Mekhi Lemon's my guy. And I went and looked at my exposures as well. Mekhi Lemon is my highest exposed wide receiver. I have about 35% of him. Can't be mad at that. I like getting sour. You know what I mean? Advincent, my boy Jonah, what's up? Back in the best ball streets another night. Yes, sir. Gonna be here every night, drafting in these streets. I think this might be my only draft tonight. Had a long day, and I think I might just do one tonight. But tomorrow I'm not working, so I'm gonna do a longer stream. At least 2 drafts, maybe 3, maybe 4. Who knows? Could go for our longest ever stream. But yeah, welcome. Appreciate you coming in again and being active in the chat. It's always nice. Let me know, man. Have you ever gone unique like this to start a draft, where you just reach for guys that only go on the opposite sides of draft boards? And what do you guys think about it? I personally think it's a good strategy. When you think about weekly ceilings, like Lat McConkey and AJ Brown have extremely high weekly ceilings, just as high as Pickens, Nico, Olave. And yeah, if they hit in week 17, that's a clear path to winning, in my view, anyways. Just not a lot of teams that are going to do this. Feels good too, catching up at quarterback with Goff and Herbert. We reached a little bit above ADP, but who cares? We're going for uniqueness here, and we're getting guys in similar tiers regardless. Feels good. Man, the kitties are running around like crazy too. Momo, damn man, just going nuts. Now, our GOAT is here. Our GOAT, Woody Marks. This guy only has one quarterback. Do we have any other quarterback options? I'm really tempted to take Tyler Shuck because I think there's a good chance that Mekhi Lemon can just go to the Saints. I really do. But I don't think it's a good idea to force that right now. And now looking at the next turn, who might be available? Hmm. You know what? I think I am going to do it. I would be picking between Tyler Shuck, Jalen Coker, although, fuck, man. I don't think I can do it. I need another running back. I'm going to go Tyrone Tracy. I feel more comfortable getting a running back here than a third quarterback. I don't think we really need one. So I want to get a little more solid running back. Yeah. I find myself just drafting a lot of Woody Marks and Tyrone Tracy in like round 11. Just guys that are going to have roles. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I could have gone Shuck because I was also looking down the board and we can get Juwan Johnson as a tight end stack if we wanted him to. But we also need receivers who I like around the next turn as well. I was thinking about Jalen Coker mainly because when we were deciding to get AJ Brown, Lad McConkey, I was really on the fence between Lad and T Mac. And since we went with Lad over T Mac, we're kind of fading Tedero McMillan in this world. So I was thinking Jalen Coker could be a good bet just for that sole reason. I kind of like to do that in drafts. When I'm on the fence with someone and I end up going the other way, getting their teammate later in the draft might just be the move. But went against it this time. Felt like just running back is a little more important. We have depth at receiver later in the draft and not so much at running back. And getting a little run on quarterbacks here. CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Tyler Shuck, Kyler Murray, who's starting to go up draft boards quite a bit. Still wonder where he's going to play. Like, I've seen some rumors that might be on the Steelers, but I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to afford that contract. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the Jets. That could also be a death sentence, though. I still think it would be absolutely hilarious if the Cardinals and the Dolphins just straight up traded Tua for Kyler Murray and we're like, fuck it, tradesies. Like, I think that would be hilarious, but probably very unlikely. I think it's a pretty fair straight up trade though. Like both guys just want to get rid of him and send him to a different place. And why not just try someone else? Yeah. Also, for anyone that missed it, we got Gibbs at number 2. So we had to get the Gibbs jersey. I already had it prepared. I had it right next to me before I even started the stream. So we manifested that shit. This team's got good omens with it. We like that. Okay, this guy here still only has one quarterback. So if we want a third quarterback in the Zaza or Cam Ward, then we're going to have to take him first because this guy might go with both. Or do we just go with 2 receivers? Because I like receivers in this range too. This is tough. I'm going to go with the receiver first. I don't feel like I need to force a third quarterback on this team and not in this tournament. With 558 teams in the finals, don't feel like I need to force it. Because the thing too, man, that I'm thinking about with 3 quarterbacks is okay, wow, he reaches for Daniel Jones. Very interesting. It's a tough range. I don't need a tight end. I can take a quarterback or I can just reach up for a receiver. I think I want the receiver. So here's my logic with 3 quarterbacks in a tournament like this. 558 teams. So there's 3 rounds in the best ball playoffs. And for 3 quarterbacks to truly pay off, you would need all 3 quarterbacks to spike into your lineup 1 week, and the likelihood of that is pretty unlikely. So, just by that simple logic alone, I don't know if it's the absolute most necessary strategy. Like, it'll definitely help you advance for sure and, like, make the playoffs, but to actually get to the finals, like, I don't know. Also, like, some of my most successful teams have had an injured quarterback on them and have been a solo quarterback team. Like 2 years ago, my team in the Best Ball Mania 4 finals had had Lamar Jackson and an injured JJ McCarthy, who I drafted before he tore his ACL. I didn't even have a lot of JJ McCarthy that year. I was fading him. It was one of my only teams with him. But that was a solo Lamar Jackson team for the entire year, through the best ball playoffs and made the finals, and was like top 150, top 200 for sure. And then last year, I only had one team make a finals tournament. And last year, it was a Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy team. And Jaden Daniels missed the whole best ball playoffs. Someone who I drafted in like probably the 4th round. And Brock Purdy just carried my team, solo quarterback. So it might not feel as comfortable having just 2, might feel a lot better having 3. But as far as like the actual outcome, I don't know how necessary it is. There is a lot more wiggle room in these 20 round drafts. And if you want to get a guy in like the last 4 rounds, someone that falls to you, feels totally fine. But yeah, like I don't know if it's necessary taking 3 quarterbacks in the first like 12 rounds of your draft. Unless it just falls to you or works out well. It's good to mix in and something I've definitely done as well. But wide receivers are important, running backs are important. Tight ends, honestly, not so much. What's really funny too is that finals team that I was in, the the Puppy 4 finals, I looked at who won that tournament, and they literally had 0 fantasy points from their tight ends for the entire playoffs. I think they had Sam Laporta and Dalton Kincaid, and Dalton Kincaid was injured at the time, which is pretty hilarious. Now, there's some tight ends available. So I'm going to take a running back first. Get some team correlation with Tampa Bay. I haven't drafted a lot of Hunter Henry. If he's there, though, I'll take him. But I'm going to go with a tight end with our next pick for sure. One of these 3 guys. AJ Barner, man. I just like AJ Barner a lot. And I'm going to keep drafting AJ Barner. I missed this comment earlier. I took Gene T at 4 last night. I don't hate it. Although top 4, I think there's a pretty big tier as far as top 4 with like Bijan, Gibbs, Puka, and Gene T. And Chase. I think that's a pretty big top 4. Top 5 might feel a little better, but I don't hate it at all. Like, get different. He's never falling really back to, where is that? Pick 21. Like, Gene T's not falling there, except for maybe the first couple days that this contest opened. I would argue it's probably bad to take 3 quarterbacks early. Yeah, I think so too. Like, depending on where you get them. But yeah, I think that's like just wearing 2 condoms. You know what I mean? You think it's a good idea. You think you're gonna get more protection, but it actually is just worse. And yeah, it actually lowers your odds. That's actually a pretty accurate comparison. Drafting 3 quarterbacks early is literally wearing 2 condoms. Like, you think you're doing the right thing, you think you're getting safer, but really, you're just You're just digging yourself a hole. False confidence. All right, dude, fuck it. I said I was going to do one draft tonight, but I'm having fun. So I'm going to do two. I'm going to do two drafts. I feel like it. This one's going pretty quick, too. So we'll do two. Rest in peace, Rondale Moore. Not going to give away who I'm thinking about in my next picks either. Taking 3 tight ends definitely feels better than 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion. They're a little cheaper usually, getting them late. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's better to have 3 tight ends or 3 quarterbacks? Because I think the value at tight end is just better than the quarterbacks later in the draft. Like, I think going 3 tight ends early is terrible as well. Actually, going 3 tight ends might even be worse than going 3 quarterbacks early. But late, I think 3 tight ends might be quite a bit better. Both of these guys in front of us have only 1 tight end. So I doubt we're going to get Theo Johnson to fall back. But if we get Theo Johnson, that would feel really nice. Omar Cooper. I definitely wanted me some Omar Cooper. Want some more exposure to him. Wow. Okay. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. We're getting Theo Johnson 20 picks past ADP. That feels great. So we got Sam Laporta, a stud, and then 2 young tight ends going into the 3rd year. That feels really, really good. Now, do I want to draft a running back or a receiver? On this team, I think I want oh, fuck, dude. I put Malachi Fields. Did you guys see that? I swear I moved Malachi Fields up. Oh, well. It's an omen. We weren't meant to have him. I'm probably going to finish with 9 receivers and just get 3 with my last picks. 2 quarterbacks like Justin Herbert and Jared Goff, I'm totally fine with. For 2 quarterbacks, our 6 running backs feel really, really solid with Jahmyr Gibbs, Javonte Williams, who I haven't drafted a ton, but he's going to rise in drafts, especially with that contract. Woody Marks, my GOAT. I just always seem to end up clicking him where he's going. I guess I can't help myself. Tyrone Tracy feels good. Also some correlation with Theo Johnson, so I like that even more. Sean Tucker feels nice. Also correlation with Jalen McMillan. Tank Bigsby, good handcuff. Correlation with AJ Brown. Gibbs correlated with Sam Laporta. Rashid Shaheed correlated with AJ Barner. So a lot of team correlation on this team, which also feels really good. I almost always punt tight end and draft 3 late. Yet to click Bowers or McBride. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Especially in these 20-round drafts, like where the value's at, it just feels so much better late. And then getting like some running backs earlier. Where like Colby Parkinson can just be a really solid player this year. Like Gunnar Helm can just have a total breakout. Someone I like quite a bit. Jake Tongas, he made a name for himself. Who knows what his future is going to look like? You know, other guys like Mason Taylor going into his 2nd year, but unfortunately he plays for the Jets. K. Dotton, free agent, could just find himself in a favorable landing spot. Pat Freiermuth, Mr. Reliable, just going to get some points. Eli Stowers, possible rookie upside. Chigo Okonkwo, a free agent that's kind of been forgotten about, but has spike week potential and talent. So, yeah, like drafting tight ends late, they feel pretty good. I only have 1 McBride share, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2, but I think I only have 1. And I literally just drafted him to get different, or he fell pretty far. I don't even remember. I do have more Bowers though. Just because, like, man, as I was saying earlier in the stream, I just think Bowers outscores Trey McBride. I really do. Okay, maybe this was maybe it was an omen. If we get Malachi Fields, then I'm pumped that we got Tank Bigsby instead. Rashard Smith is also someone who is one of my most goes right before us. So I'm happy with that. We end up getting our guy, Malachi Fields. That feels really good. That feels really good, if you know what I mean. Okay. Fuck, I'm so lame. Anyways, let's go with another rookie. Someone who I haven't drafted a ton, but definitely want more of too, is Mr. Jeremy Bernard. We have 3 rookie wide receivers, which I don't hate. Doesn't feel bad. So I am happy that I got Tank Bigsby now. That feels good. And we are gonna hop in another stream. We'll wait till this one ends, and then hop in one more for the night. I'm having fun. And it's Saturday. I'm not working tomorrow, so got one day off, which is nice. Probably gonna do a longer stream tomorrow as well. I'm not sure what time yet. I'll figure it out. But it'll be earlier than 8 p.m. Pacific. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel when I wake up, and we'll go from there. But stay tuned. You know, hey, if you want to put notifications on, go ahead, do the thing. I would appreciate it. But we'll have a nice long stream tomorrow for sure. And hope everyone's having a nice Saturday evening. Any late round wide receivers you guys really like that stand out to you? Whether it be like, I'm talking round 20, like deep dive players, not just our run of the mill guys that are getting drafted each time. Like, who are you guys scrolling down for? You guys know I'm a fan of Calvin Austin down here because I don't really see many people drafting him at all. And I think he's a good click. Man, do we just do it? Do we just do it for the respect? Like, rest in peace, Rondale Moore. Rest in peace, Rondale Moore. Do we just draft him just for the vibes? The respect of Rondale Moore. It is kind of a waste of a pick, though. Luke with Jaden Daniels. Yeah, that's actually one that I've done as well. That's one that I've mixed in a couple times. And hey, he you never know. Had some opportunities last year. And like, their wide receiver room is Terry McLaurin, and that's it. Ted Hurst, not someone I've drafted quite yet. I think I might forego a rookie on this team, but Ted Hurst is someone who I've been hearing a little bit more about recently. And I might actually go with who you were talking about in Isaiah Bond, someone who I've drafted a couple times. I actually got my very first share of Isaiah Bond in a bigger board, $100 draft. I got my first share of Shadur Sanders and Isaiah Bond in a bigger board, just because they were well past ADP, and kind of fuck it. Jeremy Bernard, we got him on this team, so that feels good as well. Best ball Q, welcome. Tez Walker. Yeah, Tez Walker feels pretty nice. Someone who can just get spike weeks as well. Oh, I thought you said Tez Johnson, but yeah, Devontae Walker. Actually, Devontae Walker, he was on my Best Ball Mania 4 finals teams. So shout out to him. He brings a good energy. And yeah, the Ravens have a completely barren wide receiver room as well. So we'll go over this team and then we'll hop in one more draft as well. We got Justin Herbert, Jared Goff as our 2 quarterbacks. Justin Herbert stacked up with Ladd McConkey, and Jared Goff stacked up with Gibbs and Laporta. Gotta love it. Running backs, we have Jahmyr Gibbs, Javonte Williams, Woody Marks, Tyrone Tracy, Sean Tucker, Tank Bigsby. This feels really strong. We did reach up for Javonte Williams, but I don't have a lot of him. I think he's going to rise past pick 47, so I'm totally comfortable drafting him here. Wide receiver, this is where we got different. This is where we got different. We reached up for AJ Brown. We reached up for Lab McConkey because these guys don't go at the 2-3 turn ever, and they're not going to fall back to the 4-5 turn. So the amount of teams with Gibbs, AJ Brown, Lab McConkey is going to be next to none. So I like that a lot and feels good and different. Makai Lemon might just be my guy this year. Kind of feels like it. Marvin Harrison, nice that he fell 7 picks past ADP, especially when we wanted a receiver. Rashid Shaheed, great spike week. Jalen McMillan, another one of my guys. Malachi Fields, Jeremy Bernard, high rookie upside late in the draft. And Isaiah Bond, good spike week potential with Sam Laporta, AJ Barner, and Theo Johnson as tight end. You know what? I love this team. We took a risk getting these guys reaching up, but it's very unique, and I also think it's very strong. So I'm happy with that. Now, let's hop in another big board. I'm going to join it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in. Oh, only 2 more people. Okay. If you want to be in it, now's the time. One more spot, and we'll get this going. Let's see. Is Brooklyn Bum going to be in here? Brooklyn Bum, you're a lurker, man. Hop in the chat. And he's next to me. Brooklyn Bum, don't snipe me, buddy. Don't snipe me. Was this guy in our last draft? T. Logent? Teespring, interesting. Super Shorty looks like a familiar name. Baby Pigeon might be a familiar name. Tesla Shock, interesting. Oh, dude, that just reminded me. Like, I don't think it was last night's draft. It might have been the night before, but someone's underdog name was literally just their email. And I took a picture of it, and I want to email that person. I think I might save that for tomorrow's stream, but I might just email it on stream and see if we get a response, because I just think that'd be fucking funny. Brooklyn Bum, don't snipe me, please. I feel like Brooklyn Bum is just on a revenge tour now because I capitalized Bum when he drafted Tyreek Hill. Brooklyn's a beautiful city, man. I've been to New York twice now. I'm going back to New York at the end of April. I'm getting some tattoo work done there by my guy. I got 2 more sessions back to back, and then I'm going to have an entirely full leg sleeve from hip to toes. So I'm excited for that to finally be complete for sure. Unfortunately, didn't get in. Probably way better than my draft room. Will be easier. Hope so, man. I don't know if we're at the point where we're getting like difficult draft rooms with everyone trying to get in and snipe from me, but you might be right, man. I did some streams last night. Like I went to the sauna after the stream last night, and man, when I go in the sauna in the evening, sometimes it just puts me right to sleep after, and sometimes it makes me wide awake. Last night, I got the wide awake version. So I was up till like 12:30, 1 a.m., did maybe like 3 drafts off stream. And yeah, there were some wild rooms there. Now, I'm definitely going to get Ginty here and maybe just Hampton. I don't have a ton of Hampton. Someone I definitely want to mix in more. I've reached up for Jeremiah Love with Ginty quite a few times, so we'll try something a little different this time. Put on the football uniform, then I'll believe this is Trevor Lawrence. This is who left the comment. Okay, dude, Frizz Gun, were you joking when you left that? Or not? Like, please be honest. Were you joking or were you just trolling? Because, dude, that comment made me laugh, man. That comment just made me laugh. I thought it was hilarious. I'm a trader, man. I do have the Lions jersey on because we got Gibbs in the last draft, so I had to throw on the Lions jersey. You know what it is. We couldn't help ourselves there. But yo, don't tell Roger Goodell, okay? Don't tell Roger Goodell we're doing best ball drafts. I'm not trying to be the next Calvin Ridley, okay? Like quarterback's more important than receiver. All right. We put the city of Jacksonville on last year. So can't be going to no Duval jails out here. Dude, imagine like you just get sentenced to live in a Waffle House for a year or something. We know Trevor Lawrence likes Waffle House. And there's some wild shit that goes on in the Waffle House. I feel like that should just be a punishment for anyone who violates NFL rules in Jacksonville. You have to spend an absurd amount of time in a Waffle House on house arrest and only eat what's on the menu. That would I feel like that would deter a lot of people from that sort of shenanigans. Wow, okay, Trey McBride fell to 20. This might be the latest I've seen him go. I'm sorry, man. You look so much like Trevor Lawrence, but I think you're just a big fan. I'm being honest and serious. Dude, you make me laugh, man. This is awesome. You're making me laugh, dude. I am definitely okay. I have to come clean. I'm not Trevor Lawrence. And I'm also not a fan of Trevor Lawrence. I'm just a dude. I am just a dude. But I am a big NFL fan, and I definitely got the hair. This is real blonde hair, man. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is a fake blonde. That's just me. I think it's a conspiracy that Trevor Lawrence has blonde hair. Like, I feel like it's more brown than blonde. That's all I'm saying. At least as he's gotten older. Maybe when he was younger, but that's just me. Now, wow, you were right, man. Running backs are flying off the board this year, especially in this draft. Like, there's none available. Even Travis Etienne, our teammate or former teammate, went way high. Now, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm taking T-Mac and I'm taking Lad. That's pretty easy for me right there. I do like Jameson Williams as well, but I think Lad, we get correlation with Hampton, which feels nice. And Tetero McMillan falling 5 picks past ADP feels pretty nice too. So I like this start quite a bit. Shots fired at Trevor. Yo, Trevor. Shots are fired. I'm talking shit. This is the real do. It's the real blonde hair. It's all jokes. Obviously, all jokes in love, man. Trevor Lawrence has some legendary flow. And has he ever cut his hair? And by that, or does he cut like a millimeter a day? Because I feel like it never gets longer or shorter since he's like been in high school. I feel like his hair has been the exact same length. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is just AI. That could be the real conspiracy. Show yourself, Trevor. Oh, dude. Maybe he's like, you know how Trevor Lawrence looks like the like Stonehenge? Is it Stonehenge? Or like Mr. or fuck. You guys know what I'm saying. Um dude, like the big stone face. That's not Stonehenge, is it? But the big stone face with like the big nose that was in Night at the Museum, that was all like dum dum give me gum gum. Like Trevor Lawrence looks like that dude. So maybe he just like summoned him or something, his spirit, and he just doesn't age. Who knows? Who knows? This is what we're talking about on Saturday nights. All right. This is the direction the stream goes late Saturday nights. We just start talking wild shit and fuck, dude, it's fun. What the fucking Jordan Love? Holy shit. What is going on in this room? Stonehenge is in England. Yeah, dude. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I really don't. Maybe I should just Google it or something, but we gotta stay locked into this draft at the same time. Let's get back to fucking Jordan Love going at pick 49. What is with this? Like, okay, you got Christian Watson and Josh Jacobs, but like, hey, buddy, he would have been available at 72 or 73. He would have been available at 96 or 97. You didn't have to take him at pick 49. But thank you for your donation. Okay, back on the clock now. Who do we want to get here? Jordan Tyson has not been my favorite click because he's coming off injuries, but I don't have a lot of him, so I think I'm just going to get a share now. And we can think about Jaden Daniels just because I think Jaden Daniels is a really good value. But I kind of want a receiver too. These are the guys I'm looking at. I think I'm just going to go with Jaden and not be upset about it. Maybe that was a bad decision. Maybe I should have gone with a receiver instead. But we'll go with Jaden Daniels. Yes, the Poton Stone face statue. Yes, exactly. You got okay. At least you guys know what I'm talking about. Thank you, FK Coolers. And yeah, dude, you gotta get in these drafts. This is why you gotta get in these drafts. We summon donators like our friend here. Hopefully that was a misclick, but like you had him back to back, so you clearly chose to take Christian Watson and then chose to take Jordan Love. So thank you for your donation. And yeah, maybe that's another reason why Jaden Daniels not the worst click. Also, who knows? Maybe Jordan Tyson goes to Washington. We don't know. Although it sounds like he's probably going to fall in the draft just because of his previous injuries, and guys like Carnell Tate and the Lemon are going to go ahead of him. But who knows? I don't have a lot of Jordan Tyson, and I don't want to just totally fade him. I'm okay with that. But I was also thinking, like, we have T-Mac, so getting Bryce Young around pick, like, probably at this turn, 132, 133, could have felt decent. Lab McConkey, I'm not sure if we're going to get Justin Herbert to fall back to us, because if people don't have a quarterback, Justin Herbert's definitely a quarterback you can take as your first quarterback, and you can try and backstack him with QJ in the next round, who's not my favorite click, but he can definitely get some spike weeks. Trey Harris, I like later. Aronde Gadsden in round 9 feels good. So I would not be surprised if Justin Herbert gets taken, but if not, I'm probably just going to take them back to back. Hey, there he goes. My twin, the legend. And yeah, okay. Justin Herbert does get taken. So I am now happy that I took Jaden Daniels. Officially happy I took Jaden Daniels. I want him. I want Laporta. I'm not going to get Laporta this draft, though. I think I'm going to get Jacoby Myers on this team, actually. Not someone I've drafted too much recently, but I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers, and I'm thinking about reaching up for another receiver. I can get Kyle Pitts, or I can get DJ Moore, who I like to reach up for. I think I'm going to push tight end on this team and go with a receiver. Although, I just had a thought, man. Would anyone be surprised if Kyle Pitts goes to Washington? That would not surprise me. Like Kyle Pitts, what's crazy is like Kyle Pitts and Jaden Daniels are probably the same age. I could see them being buddies. And Washington has no tight end, really. Like Zach Ertz probably never playing again. And who else do they have? Like um literally no one. I can't even remember the guy's name who we drafted before because he did absolutely nothing. But I would not be surprised at all if they wanted to pay up and get Kyle Pitts. Although most likely situation, I think Kyle Pitts goes back to Atlanta. But maybe in this draft, we'll look to get free agent tight ends and hope that we fall into a stack with Jaden Daniels that way. Ben Sinnott, yes. Ben Sinnott is his name. I couldn't even think of it right now. Ben Sinnott, when he came out of college, wasn't he like a hybrid fullback tight end? So not really surprising that he hasn't panned out too much. But who knows? Like tight ends develop late, so maybe he just comes out of nowhere this year. And hey, like we mentioned earlier, could just go with a Luke McCaffrey in round 20. Depending if we need wide receiver or not, who's available, but not a click I hate. Not a click I hate. You know what? I just realized this guy, DC, probably just hate click Justin Herbert because I took Jaden Daniels from his Terry McLaurin stack. But like I mentioned, he gets Quentin Johnston to stack up with Justin Herbert. Like when you don't have a quarterback, getting Justin Herbert in round 7 just feels good. Plus, he runs the ball. Like last year, he ran a lot. And I don't think they're going to put that back in the bottle. I think they're just going to keep running. Coming up on our turn here. Jadarian Price would be cool if he falls. I don't have a ton of Jadarian Price. I've been getting Emmett Johnson later in drafts just because I think they're similar prospects, and Emmett Johnson is just so much cheaper. Going pick 127. He's slowly rising though. We can think about a second quarterback as well. We still have Bryce Young as an option, probably at our next turn. So we don't need to force that. And we get Gadsden. I'm not going to hesitate there. And I'm going to take Gadsden and David Montgomery and not think twice about it. Those are pretty no-brainer clicks. Now, we do have 3 Chargers players in Gadsden, Ladd, and Hampton with no Herbert, but I think that's totally fine. I definitely anticipate their offense taking a step up with Mike McDaniel coming in as their offensive coordinator, especially in the passing game, which can open up the running game more as well. So I think this team's coming together pretty well. Very balanced. So a 1-3-5-1 is probably the most balanced start that you can draft. Like we have our elite quarterback, elite ceiling anyways, in Jane Daniels, elite running backs in Ashton GT and Marion Hampton, who are both going into their second year. We anticipate taking a step up and are going to be in better situations. Dave Montgomery, we just have to draft a lion pretty much every draft, you know. T-Mac, Ladd, Jordan Tyson, who I don't draft a lot, but has high upside if he can stay healthy. Jacoby Myers, nice floor play. And DJ Moore, who I don't anticipate him being back in Chicago. And if he lands in the right spot, then he can just be a really good value. Yeah, it's weird because they also used a second-round pick to take Ben Sinnott, so I wonder if they may try and make it work. Damn, you're right, man. You're right about that. That's a good point. They used the second-round pick. But then again, man, you have to remember the New England Patriots used a second-round pick on Jalen Polk. So there's second-round picks that can just be complete busts, and the team can move on from them very quick. Like, dude, how funny is it still that the Patriots passed up on Lad McConkey to get Jalen Polk literally because he's white, and they didn't want that. They didn't want that shit. Oh, dude, it's you, man. It's you, Emmett Johnson Rising. You know what, man? Okay, after this next pick, I'm gonna show you a draft that I did in the little board. This was maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. I don't quite remember. I probably have dated it so I can find out, but you'll see where I drafted Emmett Johnson, and you're gonna be jealous. You will be jealous. I'll bring it up after this next round pick. Yo, the GOAT is here. The GOAT. Like, dude, if he just falls back, this is why. Okay, thank goodness, man. Because I swear, Woody Marks is just always at the top of ADP whenever I'm picking, and I can't just not take him. I just can't do it. Can't not take him. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I'm curious to know what people think about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Because I feel like he could easily just be replaced or turn into an absolute stud. Because he also proved that he can get 80-yard touchdowns. And he got 8 touchdowns as a rookie who was splitting the timeshare. And he came in as a 7th-round pick. We have Jaden Daniels. It's not very strong correlation because Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt literally does not catch passes. He got 9 receptions on the year. But fuck it. We get some Washington correlation. We need a running back too. And then I'm going to take Bryce Young. I like the value of Sam Darnold more, but I don't have a lot of Bryce Young. He runs the ball a bit, and we get a stack with our wide receiver 1 in Tetairoa McMillan. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I like how this draft is turning out. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes just a swing and a miss. Absolutely, man. Like, for instance, the Lions, for the longest time, had really horrible track record with second-round picks. Finally, they turned it around a bit with guys like Laporta and Brian Branch, but not the best track record. Round 2 is so hit and miss. You get guys who turn into just complete elite players, like Devontae Adams, for example. A.J. Brown was a second-round pick. And then you get Jalen Polks. JCM is one of those guys I'll pick if he hits free agency window and the Commanders don't sign anyone else. Been waiting for now. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, in this range right here, I like just taking the chances on guys because some guys can just absolutely hit. Like, my guys in this range, I love Dave Montgomery. Emmett Johnson feels good. Woody Marks, JCM are kind of the guys I've been drafting. And I've been fading some of the older guys like Kamara, Dobbins. Trey Benson just has never really done anything in the league. And Arizona definitely seems like is going to bring in a running back. I feel like they have to. Wow, Zach Charbonnet, dude. We need to look at this guy's team afterwards as well. And he took Michael Penix and reached up for CJ Stroud. Dude, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Okay, I was going to bring up that draft I was talking about, but I will after this next turn. I just kind of got distracted. But actually, let's take a look at this guy's team really quick. I'm so curious. Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Michael Penix, Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Ramondre, Blake Corum, Zach Charbonnet. Okay. Nico Collins, Christian Watson, Juwan James, Jalen Coker, Tucker Kraft. You don't have like a ton of bad players, just like terrible values. Oh, Brooklyn Bum, take Tyreek Hill. Please, Brooklyn Bum, take your guy. Are you going to stay true to your guy, Tyreek Hill? Are you going to do it? We know you want him. We know you want him. We know you want Tyreek Hill, Brooklyn Bum. Oh, you fucker. You took Jalen McMillan. That's exactly who I wanted. Oh. Okay. Now, who am I going to take? This is a weird range, man. This is a weird range. Oh, I'm panicking. You know what? Let's just take Jerry Jeudy. Why not? I don't have a ton of him. Not my favorite click, but feels okay to mix in. And I'm just going to reach up for the tight end that I like the most. Or do I get a running back? No, I don't know. I like AJ Barner. I just find myself wanting to keep clicking him. I think a running back was probably structurally the right decision because there's other tight ends like Isaiah Likely who are probably going to come back to me. And the running backs get pretty thin, but I don't know. I just really like AJ Barner, and I feel like he's a great value. Okay, now before I forget, check out this team. So it's a little board, and look at our running back values. Emmett Johnson, pick 166. Has anyone seen Emmett Johnson go that late? Pick 166. I also got my first share of like Katrin Allen too. Pick 190. Nicholas Singleton picked 214. For whatever reason in this draft, no one wanted to get the rookies. Oh, hey, look. We also got Jaden Daniels and Bryce Young. And look at the value on Fernando Mendoza, pick 147. We reached up on Trey Tucker just to get a stack there. But man, Torrey Horton, we got 30 picks past ADP. Like Mekhi Lemon, look at this. Mekhi Lemon pick 70. Mekhi Lemon pick 70 and Jaden Daniels pick 75. Like this team is nuts with the values. Jaden pick 75. Mekhi Lemon pick 70. We got Jaden to stack up with Terry. We reached up for T-Mac to get a little unique. And then look at our tight ends. Colston Loveland and Sam Laporta. This team absolutely fucks. This team's insane. I really wish that was like a big board or bigger board, but you're probably not going to get people drafting like that in the little board. So yeah, I like that team, man. That team is crazy. A lot of rookies, but it feels pretty good. Man, I see these comments on my phone. I want to bring them up, but okay, there we go. StreamYard was lagging a bit. Yeah, it's pretty sick RB value when you started with Gibbs and Love. Exactly, man. Like we get Gibbs and Love who are stud running backs, and then yeah, great value late as well with high rookie upside. Feels insane. Best value is 143. That's because you're taking him way earlier. When you're drafting your guys way above ADP, yeah, you're not gonna let them fall that far. But I remember when that one was going on, like I don't watch college ball, so I don't know a ton of these rookies, and I didn't really look into them too much before that. So yeah, it was one of my first times actually drafting Emmett Johnson. One of my first few times. Damn, Omar Cooper would have felt nice if he came back to us. Might take a chance on Katrin Allen if he comes to us. You know what? We just brought up Katrin Allen in our last draft, so we'll go ahead and take him here. And then who else do I want? This range is so tough, man. I'm not taking Calvin Ridley. I feel like I can push receiver a bit. Oh, man. Like, I want to take Trey Harris, but we already have so many Chargers. But I'm kind of tempted to just take him anyways. You know what? Let's go with a running back. Let's go with Brian Robinson. Just feels like a decent running back. We get the ex-commander as well. So we'll be done at 6 running backs. Although, you know what? Maybe I should have taken Njoku because I still want a third tight end on this team. Oh, well. How do you feel about Brandon Ayuk? You think he's coming back? Dude, Ah, I think Brandon Ayuk just quit, and I don't really want to draft quitters. Like, I think he completely lost his competitive edge. Um, like you got paid $30 million. I'm sure you got injured, but even then, you weren't really playing that well. And yeah, dude, just I have bad vibes around Brandon Ayuk. Will he come back to play football? Probably, but who knows, man? Like, he could go to Washington for sure because they need wide receiver, and like Brandon Ayuk and Jaden Daniels are buddies apparently. So that's a possibility. And then maybe like playing with your buddy just reignites your football passion. But what he reminds me of is Kenny Galladay. If for anyone that remembers, Kenny Galladay was on the Lions, was a very hot free agent that year. I'm so glad they didn't resign him. Went to the Giants, got absolutely paid, like one of the higher paid receivers in the league, and then did absolutely nothing with it. Just took the check and fucked off pretty much. And that's what Brandon Ayuk reminds me of. Especially when you see videos of him, like, or a picture, whatever, Instagram story, driving by Levi Stadium, going like double the speed limit, triple the speed limit, like, on his phone driving. Like, dude's just a head case. He's an idiot. And yeah, I don't know, man. I think CTE got to him a little early. But like, who knows? I could just be wrong. I could just be wrong. Where did he go in this draft? 142. Like, I can't do it, man. Sure, he's talented, but I just can't do it. Okay, let's take a look at this, at our picks here, and see who's available. I feel like Brooklyn Bum's going to go Keon Coleman. This guy always seems to like to take Keon Coleman, but he has 8 receivers. So maybe not. Definitely doesn't need another receiver. Probably going to go tight end running back. Takes Ray Davis. So I'm going to go Gunnar Helm. And then, man, I'm trying to get him in every draft. Malachi Fields. I'm going with him. I'm going to take Gunnar Helm, and then I'm going to take Malachi Fields. And we're going to end this draft off with 2 wide receivers. So let me know. Do you think this is a team where I should go with someone like Luke McCaffrey to get a possible Jaden Daniels stack? We will have 9 receivers, so it is a little more flexible where if he is a 0, it's not going to hurt us. So maybe we do go with Luke McCaffrey on this team. And then can't be mad at another late round rookie who can also hit the lineup if he falls to us. Someone like Ted Hurst I haven't drafted yet. Tez Johnson, don't hate him. Matt Collins, I don't think is a terrible click either, honestly. Someone who can just get some spike weeks. Isaiah Bond, we'll queue him up, sure. I like Jalen Noel late. Malik Washington sucks, but he's going to have opportunity. Devon Vele, going to get replaced, but had some decent weeks. We'll see who's there. But we're going to end off with two receivers. Ayuk is too big of a head case for me. I'm with you, man. Like, if they hit, man, then they can hit. I don't think Ayuk is going to have his best season ever again. Like, he is peaked, and I don't really want to draft players that have peaked in best ball. I would rather go with the up-and-coming guys. Now, If Brandon Ayuk was going like round 19, 20, then sure, I would take him. You know, if he was going right here and still available, why not? Or like round 17, 18, like there's no risk in that really. Because a lot of guys you're going to draft there are not going to be big contributors to your lineup anyways. So that would feel fine. But like in the 140s, man, when he's going around guys like Romeo Dobbs and Rashid Shaheed and Jalen McMillan and Josh Downs, I cannot take Brandon Ayuk ahead of him. And similar with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's a head case as well, and also coming off a catastrophic injury. So, yeah, I don't know. Not the guys for me. I think we are going to go Luke McCaffrey on this team. Why not? And then one more receiver. I'm not interested in Mooney. Kyle Williams really doesn't excite me. What type of receiver do we want? I feel like we could use more of a spike week guy on this. I don't want to get Isaiah Bond actually because we have Judy, who's a Brown. Maybe I do just go Mac Hollins or Tez Johnson. Let's go Tez Johnson. I wanted Jalen McMillan on this team. We didn't get him, so let's get Tez Johnson, Luke McCaffrey. Why not? He still needs to go under. He still needs another surgery. He's undraftable. Are you talking about Tyreek Hill or Ayuk? I'm going to assume you're talking about Tyreek Hill because Ayuk didn't play yet. Yeah, I haven't drafted Tyreek Hill a single time yet. Oh man, it just doesn't feel good. He's over 30 years old. For a guy who relied on his quickness, on his speed, to have an injury like that, even early in the year, like, dude, okay. I don't think you guys know this, but his leg looked like my finger. I got a broken finger from playing football, and his leg was worse than that. Like it was all the way bent like that. And fuck, man, we can't be drafting that. We can't be drafting that. A finger is one thing, but if that's bending at your knee, dude, you have to walk. You have to run. Like I can still write and stuff. I can still use my hand perfectly fine, but your legs fucked forever. It's never gonna be the same. Fuck, dude. Hopefully no one's just like, oh, like too sensitive to shit like that. Just a random broken finger, but fuck it, man. We're grown adults here. Okay. So let's go over the final team. We got Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young. Running backs, Gene Hampton, David Montgomery, JCM, Katrin Allen, and Brian Robinson. Running back room feels pretty good. Katrin Allen, I haven't drafted a lot of, but he fell to us, and we could use some rookie upside, so why not take the dart throw? T-Mac, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Tyson, Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Malachi Fields, Luke McCaffrey, Tez Johnson. Interesting wide receiver room. Not a ton of guys I draft all the time, but it's a different build of receivers for me, and I don't hate it. Gadsden, Barner, Gunnar Helm, very young tight end room who can all just be really great. So I like that a lot. I see way worse every day in the hospital than your finger. Yeah, okay, there you go. My finger is really not that bad. It's more so females if they see it, they're like, ew, oh my God, what? Oh my God, crazy. But hey, working in a hospital, man, good for you. Hell yeah. Saving people's lives and shit. But that's going to do it for me tonight. Come back tomorrow for another daily live stream. I'm not sure what time I'll be streaming yet, but I'll try and schedule it, give you guys a little heads up. So thank you so much for joining me on a Saturday night. I love you. Joy is beautiful. End stream.